Hello Sagittarius, this is Amber with Lives in Sync Tarot. This will be your reading for March 1st through 15th. Sorry, my little microphone thing fell off. Okay, so as always, I have shuffled and meditated over your cards. We're going to do things a little differently. I probably say this every time I do a reading. I do apologize. So this will be the card on what to surrender for this time period. This is the card for your higher self. What does your higher self want you to know during this time period? This is your journey. The intuitive read on your journey for this time period. And this is the intuitive read for your relationships, family, friends, intimate relationships, whatever. It comes through with this card, okay? So let's see what you have. Okay, something about your patience, Sagittarius, for sure. You had patience twice. And divine. Oh, let me just jump into this, okay? So you have surrender to your full power. Okay, for your surrender card. And it says, your life is calling you to step into your full power rather than playing it small. I feel like, Sagittarius, you know what you're capable of. You have big hopes and dreams and quite a journey ahead of you. And divine order, which is so funny. I just saw that on the card. You really do. I can feel it. Somebody does. Or whatever this energy is that I'm linking to. Okay. Your higher self would like you to know patience. I accept that everything happens in divine order. Okay? Be patient. Let things flow. Have faith. In your relationships or dealings with others, you have flow. And flow is the wheel of fortune, which is about destiny. Okay? It's about destiny and your journey and walking into a new cycle. But feeling like you don't have control over that cycle. So you try to gain control. Okay. But it looks like your full power is letting things go and just living in that power and not trying to control the moment. Because on your journey card is patience. Okay. Patience. Letting things grow. Knowing that the divine has everything in their hand ready for you. Balance. You make up two sides. It's you and divine energy. Wow. How lovely. Hello, Sagittarius. I'm back. My battery died, so I had to charge it. Okay, I remember that we already read your oracle card, so let's get into your reading. Sorry, my nose is running. You have the moon, the Seven of Swords, the Three of Cups, the Four of Swords, the Five of Cups, the Ten of Cups, the Judgment, the Queen of Swords, the Hierophant, the Ace of Wands, and your overall card is the Seven of Cups. Okay. So it looks like there's some sort of situation with friends or family. Or your social circle. I'm hearing that more. Your social circle where you I feel like it's not going anywhere, or you're not feeling satisfied in some way with your social circle. That was in the past. Yeah, you just got this Page of Wands in reverse. So something about your social circle, there's no direction, no forward movement. Something isn't working there to make you feel whole in your social circle, family, or friends. Something of that nature, okay? And you're in, this is a very interesting energy to be in. You're in the energy of the moon. And the moon is all about illusions, okay? Being insecure, having fear, not listening to your intuition because you don't want to. Or even can't see it. But the moon is about being in the dark. The Wheel of Fortune in reverse came up. So either you're fighting your destiny or what's supposed to be, or there are external forces that are out of your control. I feel like you're struggling to think clearly, but there's some sort of illusion that's stopping you from doing that, that's outside of that. Maybe it's a person, of this friend or family member. It's causing it, this is what I feel. I'm hearing that it's causing you to go back on what you've already set in stone. You've already said you were going to do something or act a certain way, and it's causing you to rethink that. Or reevaluate how you felt, even though it was something that you set for yourself. And that's interesting because you have the Seven of Swords as your blockage. So the blockage is someone coming in with deception, okay? Someone coming in to take. Maybe not for excuse me, I'm stuttering, in a negative connotation, but more for themselves, so they can have. Yeah. So because there's love around it, you love this person, you care for this person, and you want them to have the best. They're playing on that love aspect of the situation, okay? And they're trying to hold on to something that they have. And that's why they need you. They need you to do something to hold on to what they have. Something that they've built. It may be a relationship. It may be... I'm hearing money help, though, for some people. Even though there's no pentacles, I'm feeling money help. security help, a place to stay, or even holding on to a relationship. But in the future, Sagittarius, you have the Four of Swords. So to me, that Four of Swords is saying that you take a pause to reevaluate this situation, to think about it, because you've already stopped doing whatever this is for this person, and you don't feel the need to go back in, even though they're playing on your emotions. It's causing your emotions to be out of whack. You feel the emotional manipulation of the situation, and you're starting to regain that energy, that like that spiritual, you're gaining that, taking control over the situation, basically. Okay, I feel like I'm really loud, but taking control over the situation. Yeah. Taking control of it. You're not fighting it. You're not going to be distracted from what you said you were going to do. Okay. All right. So for your hopes, you have the Five of Cups. So I'm hearing that you hope that this other person understands, that they're not mad, that they don't pay attention to, that they look at it in different eyes and not just about themselves. But I'm telling you that they're not going to. They're not going to, because this is something that they need. This is something that they want. And they just need for you to go with what they're saying. There's another word that I'm thinking of. Not correspond. It'll probably come to me later, but they want conform. I told you. They want you to conform with their ideas, okay, of what's going on here. And it's not going to be easy. They are going to only pay attention to what they lost and not the reason why you're doing this. I feel like you're doing this for the greater good, and they can't seem to see that. It's okay. I see it. So this is your strength. Your strength is that you love this person, their family. You want the best for them, and that's why you're doing that. You want for them to be able to hold on and balance themselves alone. Okay? You want them to make the sacrifice so they can sacrifice to you. This is bringing up an energy to me of when you're in a love relationship with someone and you sacrifice and give of yourself to them all the time. You have given up a piece or shown them that love, and it makes you bonded to them because you made a sacrifice for them. It puts you on a different level. But if they don't make sacrifices for you, they're not on the same level as you. It's easier for them to walk away or to get angry or to not understand. So sometimes not sometimes, the other person has to make that sacrifice to feel like they gave something, okay, or lost something to you. It's almost like showing your love. That's what it's like. And they need to learn to either appreciate whatever situation they're in, or you, Sagittarius, okay? And you're not going to give. I feel like you want them to understand how to do things on their own, or how to create balance on their own and not use you as a guide. Okay, that's your thought process here. So this is your fear. Your fear is the judgment card. Having to make that judgment, having to make that call, having to change the relationship. It's fearful being called by the universe to do something. Because when the universe calls you to do something, it's something you do not want to do. And that's why you have this flow card and patience. You have to go with the flow to what destiny is pushing to make happen. Okay? I accept that everything is happening in divine order. Sometimes you don't have control over the situation, and that's okay. Yeah, the universe is calling for you to walk away from this. Not walk away like walk away, but walk away like to step out of it emotionally, to let the other person do what they need to do. Okay? Whew. It's a lot of energy coming from this reading, Sagittarius. So this is your weakness. Your weakness is the Queen of Swords. And that's because you want to lecture them. You want to lecture them about what they're doing wrong and what they need to do. But that's not necessarily going to fix the situation. Okay? It's actually going to hinder the growth. With the Death card in reverse, it's going to cause them to be resistant. And they're not going to understand that you're doing this for them to have more control. Okay? It's going to seem like you're being controlling, but that's not what you're doing. That's just how they're going to perceive it. So in the environment, you have the Hierophant. And that's not your energy. That's the other person's energy. For some of you, I see you taking a lot of your strength from the divine, the universe, God, whatever you believe in, the angels, spirit guides. I see you taking energy from that to help you be strong and make good decisions. I also see that the other person in question here in the story is learning how to restructure in their beliefs, okay, on how to evolve from this situation. They understand that they're not working. I really feel like they know this. It's not that they aren't aware that they're not working hard enough, but I'm getting a feeling like they just hoped it worked out for the best. Okay. They do have some codependent air about them that they need to resolve. And I hate to say it, but it's kind of your fault. Not in a negative way, but it's just because you were trying to help them the best way you know how, but they just saw you doing it. Okay. And I feel like I've said this before in a different reading to you, possibly. But that's what they see. And now they have to restructure, okay, to learn how to manifest on their own, okay, how to make opportunities come on their own, okay. They need to learn how to do that, and I see them taking the early steps to do that if you follow through on the judgment, okay. Look at that as an outcome. If you follow through, your outcome is a new beginning for you all. Okay? Some growth. A new opportunity, optimism, the relationship coming to a turning point. Okay? that bondage, you're going to release that bondage, but they're still going to have that. You're going to feel bonded to this person, but it's not going to be unhealthy. I don't feel that being an unhealthy bond anymore. If you decide, well, that's the way Spirit talks to me with outcome cards, is they give me one if you take the advice or if you don't. I feel like more often, if you don't take the advice, you're going to come back into this cycle and you're going to be bonded in this situation, and it's not healthy for you or the other person. It's time for you to detach. If you do, you're going to feel bad. You're going to feel like you didn't do enough. You're going to feel like you didn't respect your family or friend commitments. Something of that nature. Thank you, Spirit. But you really did. And you just have to know that you're doing it for the greater good. Okay? Because everything happens in divine order. Okay? And you went with the flow of things, of destiny, of the journey. Remain patient, remain calm, practice moderation, and stand in your full power. And stop playing it small in your full power. Wow, Sagittarius. Okay. So I'm going to pull an overall oracle card for you. Milk and honey. I hope it's focusing. I can't really tell. Okay. So milk and honey. 51. Let's see what we got for you, Sagittarius. The taste of prosperity. Opportunities born of authenticity, nurturing abundance, and trusting that your needs will be met. You've entered a sweet time in your life, enjoying the land of milk and honey that everyone wants to experience. It's an interlude that feels more languid than ambitious, when all your senses are awake to the unlimited possibilities in the universe. Those times are precious and only come when you're in your authentic zone. Wearing the world as a loose garment, not wanting, yet able to be nourished in ways both tangible and subtle. Abundance is the energy that you are a living part of. All your needs are being met. You are given the gifts of nourishment in every form. A nameless unease compels you to turn to pleasure and comfort as means to escape what's really going on. It works in the moment, but only fleetingly. Before the feelings return, you need to re-up until you're exhausted. Feeling worse than before, you may continue struggling, or you may see the light and choose to surrender to spirit. Now is the time for practicing extreme self-care if you can. Do so before you engage in behaviors you'll regret later. You are so loved, so cared for. Feeling love and compassion for yourself. Turn your troubles over to the divine for healing. That's all that counts right now. Thank you, Spirit. Sagittarius, that was a really beautiful reading. Very calm reading. Calming, because I got really loud at some points. Thank you so much for watching. If it resonated with you or you just like the reading, please like, share, and subscribe. If you have any other additional questions, or you want to know what route to take or how to help this person, I'll be happy to do a private reading for you. Just use the information in the description box below. I will see you for the mid-monthlies. I love you. Love and light. Bye-bye.